Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we are back in Montana. And I changed up my build for tonight. I decided I wanted to smack people real hard because I've been hearing a lot of people talking some crap out there saying that the Montana is the worst legendary tier battleship. I think they smoking crack. I'm just saying. If you think that the Montana is the worst legendary tier battleship, it's a skill issue. I said what I said. Alright? Now, in this particular match, we're going to be running Azure Lane, New Jersey, because like I said, I changed it up. Normally, I run a free-to-play build with William Sims, Andrew Cunningham, and Paolo DeRebel. But tonight, I decided to mix it up a little bit. I wanted to punch some people real hard. So we went with the Azure Lane, New Jersey build with Arthas the Cold and Azure Lane, Colorado as inspirations. We got Flammable Cannoneer, Gyrating Drill Bits on Second Thought, and Don't You Just Love It with Fight Fire with Fire as our skills. We've got AA Guns Mod 2. Steering Gears Mod 2, Concealment System Mod, and we've got our Epic Artillery Plotting Room Mod 2. Now, one of these days, I am going to upgrade this, but you guys know me. There's a reason I don't upgrade to the one that requires kills, and that's simple, because I leave everybody with just enough to get away. Y'all already know. So, yeah. With all of that being said, I just want to go over real quick, not because my stats are particularly amazing, but these are my stats in the old Montana. You can tell me if you think this is a bad ship. Maybe I'm just a really good player according to everybody out there, right? Okay. Now that we got the sarcasm out the way, we can talk about the ship. 64% win rate as a almost solely solo player, as one of the most aggressive players in the game. It can't be bad. I'm sorry. It just can't. Main gun accuracy 41%. Okay, that's not the greatest. Like, there are going to be battleships out there that have better main gun accuracy than I do, but I take a lot of shots at stuff that I probably won't hit because you miss all the shots you don't take, right? My average damage in this thing, 108,000. That's pretty solid. Pretty solid. Average potential, 1.2 million. Also solid. My highest ever damage, 289,000. I would like to get this up over 300,000 someday. So if you guys want to see me try to get 300K in the Montana, then you know, push the video to like 500 likes. If you guys get 500 likes on this video, I will try to force myself to get a 300K game in the Montana. We've been close. We've just never pulled it off. But my best XP, 3,900. My best potential, 4.4 million. All right? So, yeah. I don't think it's a bad ship. I don't care what anybody says. If people say this is a bad ship, it's a skill issue. So with that being said, let's get to the gameplay, shall we? Alrighty, so we're going to be on Haven. And you guys know the deal. It's time to play a game. Who has crossplay turned off? I don't know why I keep getting into these games, but it just seems like it gets to be more and more often lately that I'm getting stuck in these matches. Now, you can take these matches a couple of different ways. You can be like, screw this, I don't care about this match, I'm just going to leave, right? Some people do that. A lot of people do that, surprisingly. I don't blame you. It's a waste of time. Or, you can look at it like I do, in which case you go, it is my sole purpose to make whoever in this lobby has crossplay turned off feel my wrath. That's my goal. Whenever I get into these matches, I want to embarrass everybody in the lobby. I just, that's the way I am. That could be wrong. Maybe I'm just a bad person, okay? Maybe I am. But when I get into a lobby like this, I want to punish people for wasting my time. Time is a valuable commodity. All right? We only have so many minutes to like go through this planet, right? And every time I get into a match with crossplay turned off, I want to make them make sure that they understand that they wasted my time. And they're going to pay the price. I have a pretty high win record in these crossplay off lobbies. I wonder if wargaming at this point, it's basically a feature. So, wargaming, do me a favor. Start tracking the stats of these cross-play off lobbies. I want to know what my win rate is in these things, because I feel like I do pretty well. Now, right off the bat, we got a broadside heathen, and we've got our Arthas build, so we're going to go ahead and slap that man's broadside for 40 grand right out the gate. Yep. That was only a single citadel. We just hit that man for half his hit points. And the Ohio's thinking about pushing up, and I was like, oh, yeah, go ahead. Now, he did shoot back at me, and in fairness, he tickled me. But I'm not too worried about that. But you may have noticed on the map, we saw an Ohio, we saw the Heathen. We didn't see what the battleship is off my bow. We knew there was somebody going to spawn over there, so that's why I was headed this direction to begin with. But we don't know what it is yet. So we know it's either a Republique or the GK, right? And you can see that's what I'm checking on right now. I'm like, okay, we know it's not the Ohio, it's not the Heathen, so it's either a GK or a Republique. And he gets spotted, it's Republique. So it's a dangerous ship if left unchecked. Now, as he comes around the corner here and we're about to be able to shoot him, of course he disappears, because that's just how that works, right? We're almost in a position to shoot him. Of course he disappears. Now you can see, I can see the Ohio's hull through the gap in the island right there, and I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to be able to lob this island and take a shot. So this is one of those times where I'm like, I take the shot because you miss all the shots you don't take, right? You never know. But he ends up turning in a little bit. He gets angled relatively well. We still slap him pretty good. We get about 10k off the man. So can't really argue with that. And then Republique gets a couple of hits up high. And for whatever reason, for the rest of this time that we end up fighting this man, he just aims horribly after this. But we're going to go ahead and punch this man's superstructure because, again, he's lost a lot of health, but his superstructure is not saturated, meaning it's open for business. So we're gonna exploit that. Now, as he's kiting away to the border to go border hump, as most bad players do, don't get me wrong, I've done it myself. There are moments for it, but yeah, this guy's not long for this world. Or at least that's what he should not be. Oh my god, hello, Heathen. Broadside Heathen with Arthas about to come back. Okay, anybody ready for Arthas round 2? Wait for it. Come on, Arthas, get back, get back, get back. Arthas, and... Pow! Another huge hit. Over 40,000 damage done to that man's broadside again. That man's gotta be real upset. But at this point, I'm like, okay, he should be finished off by my teammates. I'm gonna try to get rid of this Republique. Republique is now officially border humping, aka the T-Bowl Shuffle. And we are gonna go ahead and take a shot, and not the best shot by me, to be fair, okay? I understand it was not my best shot. I thought it would slow him down a little bit more than it did. Now, I left him with nothing. There's a cruiser right behind me, and this cruiser is going to do everything in his power to do the Dutch cruiser thing, which is just not ever use its guns. It's just going to sit behind the island and try to use its bombs badly. And to be fair, I'm not hating on the guy. But it is pretty obvious that this guy's pretty new with this ship. So, as unfortunate as that is, we do manage to take down the enemy Heathen. They do get a shot on me with the Ohio, so at this point, I am forced to go broadside to a Republique. Now, this is not ideal, right? But my hope was that I'd be able to get broadside, get turned and bow tank the Ohio, and then avoid most of the damage from the Republique here. And I get fortunate enough that that's the case. He does shoot me twice, but as soon as I can get my guns on him, he's a dead man. He's not going to be able to dodge forever, right? And of course, that's the moment that my teammate finally hits the man. Just remember, we were that close to getting that kill. Alright? You know, in true Spartan fashion, we got to leave everybody with just enough to get away. I don't make the rules. It's just what it is. Now, watch what happens next. This Ohio out here is trying to kite. Right? He's going to try to get in behind my teammates and go into Delta. His GK is about to do the same. So we take a shot with one gun, just try to force the Ohio to fire his guns, because they can't help themselves. People can't help themselves. Now, watch what he gets out of this and watch what I get out of this. I take a shot. We're at 113,000. He hits me pretty good, actually. He hits me for about 9k. And then I hit him back, and I get nothing. I get nothing. Unfortunate. Not the best shot, unfortunately. But you can see GK is already in the cap. We know it's the GK because the Ohio was not even close to being in the cap yet. So now, our Musashi, I think it's Musashi, or Yama, one of the, it's Musashi because it's tier 8, clearly it doesn't have a star, is about to make the cardinal sin of Yamas and Musashis and go around the corner broadside in front of a battleship. I don't know how many, and look at all of his health. And of course, in true Spartan fashion, that Ohio left him with just enough to continue being a problem. That's infuriating. That man just outright deleted that Musashi and left him just enough to get away. But here you can see Kerfurst is actually coming out to fight. We're going to go ahead and bow tank him. Can't take a shot at the Ohio, unfortunately, and our Musashi's not long for this world after that bold move that he just made. And so, at this point, my goal is simple. I'm going to go back and contest the caps, and I need my cruiser. As we know the Musashi's about to die, I need my cruiser to go forward and capture the alpha cap. Right? My goal here is simple. Reset the cap. Keep these guys from capping. Right? Look at the damage we get with Arthas there. Huge hit into the superstructure upper side plating. Now, because of that, the GK is going to back off. This is the perfect moment for our cruiser to make his move. Okay? So, watch what I do here. I'm like, okay, go to Alpha and capture the base. Right?
Capture that area.
Pretty straightforward and simple. Notice the HE there. That's the Ohio. That HE is actually going to be a problem. Because, in the end, that's what saves the enemy team from all being completely embarrassed by me. Because I have, up to this point, obliterated everything that I've come up against. The Republic, I'll give the benefit of the doubt. I didn't do as much damage to that as whoever hit him first did. I'm going to assume it's the Musashi hit him. But here you can see Ohio is kiting away, but he does have some cap points, so we get the defense ribbons there. And we reset the cap slightly. But notice what I'm going to do here. Am I going to charge straight into Delta? No, there's no reason to. Instead, I'm going to limit who can shoot me. And GK can't help himself but come around the corner and try to take me. So, with this, he's coming around the corner a little bit overzealous. And we're going to go ahead and punch that man's broadside right through the cheek. It just absolutely clobbered the man. I have no idea what happened to the rear turrets. I'm going to assume they fell short. But as he gets his shots back here, we're going to make sure that we're angled. We're going to use the island to protect us from the Ohio and limit who can shoot us here. So, at this point, you can see the GK tries to go for my bow. He screws that up. I don't do the same problem. Look at that shot. Beautiful shots. Beautiful shots right through that cheek. And once again, just clobbering the man and just completely embarrassing him, right? Now, he's got a little bit of health left, about 20k. So we know that in our next salvo, we should be able to take the man out. Right? I mean, he is still full broadside. We just got to try to angle in the meantime and to make sure that we don't get slapped back. He gets a nice little chunk here, but unfortunately the problem is he's also got fires on me. Right? He's got a fire on me, and then out of nowhere, this fire is going to be a problem. Because he got the fire on me and because I can't put it out, I don't have any heals left. We're just going to sit here and burn. And while we do have fight fire with fire on, so the burning damage isn't as bad as it could be, it's still devastating when you're going to go up against another battleship and you've already fought every battleship in the game one-on-one. Like, we've fought every one of these guys. Now here, this guy comes around the corner, flat broadside, and should just get yeeted here. I'm sorry, I just got robbed. That man was flat broadside when I took that shot. I had Arthas up, like I was expecting the man to disappear there. But unfortunately, he does get a double fire on me. I have to use my DC to put that out. I don't know if you noticed that right as I get the DC back, the first fire went out. So I ended up putting out a single fire, and we all know what that means. It's a guarantee that the next time you get hit with HE, you're going to be on fire. And sure enough, the secondary actually gets me. I thought I was on fire, but the secondary gets me from long range. But again, 223,000 damage. We left the Ohio with just enough to get away. I know. There's what, 3 for 3, right? Like, we killed half the lobby. We should have killed the other 2, but unfortunately we just got yeeted, or we just got robbed twice. But this Johan, all he has to do is one of 2 things. Use his concealment to get close enough and use his bombs to take out the Ohio, who was low health. Now, Ohios do have ridiculous heals. They have that really fast reloading good heal. It's not a super heal, but it's a very good heal, right? And it reloads quickly, meaning there's a good chance that Ohio, being a secondary build, and we know he's a secondary build because he was actually hitting me with secondaries from like 9 kilometers away, so we know he's a secondary build. But because of that, we know that he's probably got heals, right? Because generally a secondary brawler style battleship build is going to have Master Mechanic. Master Mechanic gives you 2 extra heals when you get to level 16 on the commander. Alright, a lot of people ask me how I get extra heals on stuff. I just want to explain that real quick. Master Mechanic, okay? On your brawler commanders, you get Master Mechanic in the 4th slot, and you're able to upgrade the commander to level 16, and you can get 2 heals instead of 1. Now here you can see he does have the Ohio spotted, and again, like, I don't know how you miss with these airstrikes. These airstrikes are so big. They have so many bombs that if you miss with these, you gotta practice, brother. Keep practicing. But the good news is he's doing the right thing. He captured the bases. He's not engaging the Ohio. He's simply using his concealment to sail off into the sunset. Now, I'm not going to waste your guys' time. Nothing happens from here. The enemy does get spotted one more time. He does end up taking a couple of bomb hits, but that's it. They don't end up killing either of these guys, and we end up winning the match. So let's just fast forward to the end real quick. But anyway, I hope this match showed once again, that the Montana is a fantastic ship. If you don't know what you're doing with it, that's your fault. 3,428 base XP in a 4v4 where I put up over 200,000 damage, brawling all 4 enemy battleships, essentially. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you also treat the enemies like they are what caused the crossplay off? Because I know I didn't cause it. And if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button. Leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.